What's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson here once again. Thank you guys for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina at my home, where we are in peak prime fall weather. 58 degrees this morning is what my little thermostat says. Got the sweatshirt on. Love this time of year because of lawn care. I love the heat, I love summer, I love spring, but man, I'm loving fall more because of when we repair our lawns and just how it responds to fertilizer. Fescue just looks awesome. Thank you for tuning in today. Hope you're excited about this video. We're gonna give you an update today in the Ornamec 170 in the front lawn. So I'm gonna show that to you. We'll show you the latest mow, which you can somewhat see behind me. Before we jump and do that real fast, I just want to remind you guys, check out the Project Lawn video. We did that on Wednesday. Things are going really well. We did another application up there. We put some end down, some GCI 2000. It really seems to have made a difference. And I'm hoping that I'll get a mow in by the time you're watching this video today on Friday. I'm hoping to be able to mow that lawn before our bonfire on Saturday at our church. And I wanted to invite some of you to our church. If you're interested, if you're in the North Carolina area, Central North Carolina area, this is for 6th grade and up. It's a youth bonfire, but 6th graders and up. If you got kids, you got teenagers, you guys want to come out, you can check out the Project Lawn for yourself in person and see exactly what we've been showing you here on the channel. And it's I believe 4:30 to somewhere around 6:30. We're gonna have a bonfire, we're gonna have s'mores, we're gonna have games, we're gonna have food, and we do have an area where the smaller children, if you have smaller children, we do have a couple people that's going to be watching them as some of the speakers. We got my daughter is going to be a speaker at the youth bonfire. Another lady I grew up with, and about a couple other people are going to be sharing their story, their own personal story, their testimony. It's not going to be preaching and, you know, just you need to do this and how bad of a person you are. It's going to be people sharing their stories, and it's going to be awesome. But you can check out the Project Lawn. I will be there. You can shake my hand. We can have a conversation. You can look up New Hope Worship Center Church in Lewisburg, North Carolina. It is a public church, and it'll give you the address there. So I won't put that out there. You can look up, if you're interested, New Hope Worship Center in Lewisburg, North Carolina on Pierce's Road. And that will take you right there. 4:30, we'll be there. And hey, come out, have some free food, have some free s'mores, let your kids enjoy the other kids there at the bonfire. And we're just gonna have a good, cool Saturday evening. So come check us out if you're interested. All right, so just to quickly show you guys the mow, it got really dark the other night, 2 nights ago, when I was mowing, and I couldn't even see what I was doing when I finished. But I did obviously the up and down double mow. I've gotten in that pattern again, and man, the color looks really good. I've not done any nitrogen since we did the HCU spoon feeding a little bit ago. I'm ready to do it again, just haven't gotten around to do it. A little potted grass over here is doing pretty good. This is triple threat, and I believe that's triple threat, so I'm keeping this on the side in case we got any major POA trib breaking out. But my edges are coming in. This little area I've seeded on the edges, this grass is coming in, and I planted this almost, and there's a little bit over here as well. I planted this the exact same time as over here to the left. But remember, in this spot right here that you see, I accidentally spilled some humic coated urea. And oh my goodness, look what it did to that seed. It just whoosh, it just threw it up like boom, like really, really, really fast. Because I did it at the same time. And as you can see, this area where I accidentally spilled the fertilizer, there's baby grass all over it. So it's already coming in. And these edges right here, you can see the baby grass coming in well right here on these edges. So we've had to clean this up as some die-off from summer. So just wanted to quickly show you that. So as we head back over here, I did want to say, as far as using a surfactant with Ornamec 170, many had mentioned that. You didn't use a surfactant. Surfactant is already mixed into Ornamec 170, if you did not know that. You do not need to add a surfactant when using Ornamec 170 herbicide. For those, it's like, well, what's Ornamec 170? What are you talking about? It's a herbicide we applied, and I looked up the date, 22 days ago. September 13th is when I spot sprayed my lawn here. It is a herbicide to help us rid Bermuda grass that's trying to creep into our fescue lawn here, our cool season lawn. Bermuda comes in, Bermuda's warm season, this is cool season. We don't want that. There's a color difference there. Just like when Poetriv, though it's cold season grass, it looks totally different than the color of fescue grass, so it stands out. It's an eyesore. So we sprayed Ornamec 170 at the rates that it said on the label, 2 ounces per gallon of water. We spot sprayed, and it's been 22 days. And so as we come up here, I want to show this to you. So I just wanted to mention, you don't need to add a surfactant. But as we come up here, you see this area is coming back a little bit now that the sun's out a little bit. I'm re-recording this since the intro. Let me get my back to the sun, maybe it'll help. You can see the brown. It is still 22 days later. Look at this. It's like Fusilier 2. I am not happy. I can't say that I highly recommend, because Mr. Ferguson didn't go overboard with my product. I did exactly what the label said, and as you can see, the spots are still there. They're not as bad. I've mowed probably 3 or 4 times since we did this spot spray. The temperatures have been cool. We are in fall. We did everything in this application per the label. As I just mentioned, we didn't add a surfactant because surfactant is already in the product. So we did everything correctly. And I even went on domyown.com and was asking, I sent in a question. I said, hey, your website says between 10 and 14 days, fescue grass that's affected by Ornamec 170 should begin to recover, right? I said, mine is still frozen in place and I'm still seeing browning and the effect. When should it start to come out of this? And they said, well, it should start coming out 10 days. Is it tall fescue or fine fescue? Fine fescue doesn't like this product. Well, clearly you guys know I got turf type tall fescue. So there's no fine fescue in my front yard. There might be some fine fescue back here with the Jonathan Green, but there's no fine fescue here. So their answer basically is irrelevant. This is what happened by doing what the label said. And if I haven't already put it on the screen, you saw the little chart says 2 ounces of product, 2 ounces of Ornamec 170. You apply that in a 1 gallon mix. And that's exactly what we did. And we spot sprayed. We didn't go heavy. Thank God I did not blanket spray it. But guys, if you have Bermuda in your lawn, you can see this, and hopefully the sun ain't messing up the footage too bad. But I can't say that I recommend. I think I would go the way I did my strip. If it's I would kick the can down the road and not deal with it as much as you can, as bad as that sounds. I am aggravated that I did this because I reseeded this front yard with what? Triple threat, right? We did a video on that. We said we're doing pre-emergent on the side, we're doing pre-emergent in the back of my lawn, but we're not gonna do the front, we're gonna reseed the front. Well, we reseeded with triple threat, local blend grass seed, to not have to do it this year. And here I've applied Ornamec 170, and it's turned out to be frustrating because now I've got spots and brown spots all through my lawn, and it's not recovering. It's not doing what I thought the product said it should do, which is not harm the grass. It should affect it, but then it should bounce back. Well, I'm not seeing the bounce back, and everything I'm reading is saying 10 to 14 days, your fescue should be jumping back to life. And it's been 22 days and it's not jumping back to life. And I didn't go heavy on my product. I went label rates. So that's what's frustrating about it to me. Maybe I was supposed to just sweep over it, and maybe my spray. So maybe it was my fault because I did a spot spray and the tip that I used really applied it too heavily. So maybe in that sense, I made a mistake there, totally on an accident. But, man, I'm just it's frustrating because I don't want to reseed, and it's in the middle of the friggin' yard, man. It's really annoying, and sorry for the footage with all the shadows. It's hard for you guys to see, but this would be the worst of it. By the electrical box over here, it's just some of it's green, some of it's brown. I have no idea what it don't even look like. There's a lot of Bermuda over here. I see a little bit over here, but it's just a mess. It just does not look good. And that's what's frustrating. I wish I would have never applied it. It's looking better. I remember, and I've meant to take pictures, but we got the documents. Go look at the 9-day update or whatever. It's not looking good, man, or whatever day it was, the update that we did, before, it was looking way worse, but it's just still brown and nasty. So I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but it's just super frustrating. So before we close out the full update, let me show you by the mailbox where we said it'll be our quote little test plot of if it works or not. So as we walk over here, you can see obviously the beautiful fescue and the brown. The brown being the Bermuda. So we talked about it when we sprayed it, and we talked about it on the update. About 2 feet to the right of my mailbox, this area right here, we heavily applied Ornamec 170, and there is fescue here. So you can see this doesn't, some of this looks pretty good because it looks like it's actual Bermuda grass right here, and a lot of the green is the fescue. It does look damaged, but it looks like it's trying to come out of it, and it's now growing with the rest of the lawn, so that's a good sign. And with this more mature Bermuda here, you can really see that it's green still. It would need another application, and we may do another application here, but honestly, I don't want anything to do with Ornamec 170 right now. I'm just kind of over Bermuda and fescue for right now. This is just what it did to the side lawn I just showed you, just kind of turns me off to the product itself. This gap has been here, so it didn't cause any. This looks the best, if anything. This is, if this right here was the results I got as a test plot, I would be excited, because while this most of this back here is blended in with fescue, it seems to be doing a pretty good job of keeping the fescue alive and browning up the Bermuda. That looks pretty good. It's over here in my other side lawn over here that you can maybe vaguely point out that looks terrible. And just look at that lawn. I mean, without these spots of Ornamec 170, the lawn is shining like a penny, guys. It's looking amazing, and that's what's frustrating. This is the time I want it to look amazing. And so yes, we're trying to future-proof Bermuda, get it out of our lawn and all that good stuff, but this area continues to brown up. It did what it's supposed to do right here, so the product does work. There's just something that ain't right about what happened over here, and I just hate that it's in my front yard. And here I am again debating. The problem is I'm debating now, do I come back and garden weasel some of this and throw some seed down and say, well, I lost it, or because everybody's saying 14 days your fescue's supposed to be back. Well, it's been past 14 days. We're an extra week past that. So it's like, do we now seed? And it's just, man, because this, I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous. Look at this triple threat GCI turf, you know, maybe some of the cool blue fescues in here. Just look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is what fall is all about right here. It's looking great. And we refreshed our tree ring here with some dark mulch, and then over here we got all these friggin' spots, and it just makes me almost sick to my stomach. It's just like, oh, it makes me want to strangle, you know, the herbicide, which is not necessarily the herbicide's fault. I applied it, but I'm not sure what to do. So leave your comments below. I like to be transparent, open, and honest with you guys. Not blaming the comment section. You guys told me about it. I should have looked at the active ingredient and said, wait a minute, this is the same thing as Fusilade. If I would have read that, I believe I would have said, well, I'm going to go even lighter than what the label says. And I know some areas I may have went like double sprayed it. Maybe that's what my problem is here. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts below. Comment, what have you guys had this happen? I have, and let me just add this as well. I've been adding water to this area. I watered this section. We've not had rain. We don't have rain in the forecast. That don't mean anything with meteorologists today, but I've been watering this section. We have applied fertilizer to this section. So it's not been abused and just left alone. I've been trying to get it to bounce back every way possible. We did that RGS app with some HCU, some urea to it to try to get the fertilizer to get it to jump up. And I feel like it's finally starting to grow again with the rest of the lawn. So that's a good sign, but their color's not back, and I see a lot of brown. And I just, in the areas that are really brown, I don't think there were that much Bermuda mixed in. So let me know your thoughts below. Sorry if I'm blabbing on. It's just, when you're frustrated, I want to explain all these circumstances that I feel like I've done everything right. I don't feel like this was a Mr. Ferguson screwed up, you know, don't do this to your lawn type video. I feel like I've done pretty much everything by the label and right, and I'm just nervous about recommending this product. So you guys let me know what you think below. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. We'll continue to keep you updated on this, obviously, because it's an eyesore, and we'll let you know what it turns out to be. Hope to see some of you out at the bonfire. Let me know below if you plan on trying to come so I can look for you. I think that would be awesome. God bless you. We'll see you on the next lawn care video.